Today is a real big day for Black Pearl. So Black Friday and Cyber Monday is coming up, right? So why the hell even Black Pearl is staying behind? So we decided to give you back some kind of gratitude. So today is your chance to uplift your defensive career, and you can get chance to win 2 coupons of incident responder module of Let's Defend Lab, which is like each worth of $40 per month, and we are going to explore whatever their feature they are providing in this latter section of this video. You are getting option for 2 coupon of the security analyst one, so that is a L1. So security incident responder is the L2 portion. So we are giving giveaway 4 coupons totally in this particular episode, okay? And you are getting option to win 1 coupon for BTLO Lab, so courtesy by Joshua Mason and his awesome team members. And you are getting option to win 4 coupons for the world best course for Python, guys. So Dr. Angela is like one of the best instructor in Udemy for like her coding skills, her coding presentation. So I have done that course myself, and I am giving 4 coupons to you guys so that you can keep up with all of this, practical session, giving the automation and all those kind of stuff. So Python is very important. Go grab that opportunity because your career, your blue team career need you right now, okay? So we are starting right now, and what exactly you need to how basically you can enter this particular giveaway. Nothing much. So you just need to share this particular video to your peers, tag someone in your LinkedIn, tag me Archan Chaudhary, tag Black Pearl to participate in this video, okay? And if you want someone else to participate, mention their name also in the LinkedIn, okay? So I don't care how much you write big about Black Pearl, but you have to share this video in your LinkedIn profile, okay? So I'm gonna choose randomly, and I'm gonna give all these coupons to all the people, okay? So probably coming next week on Friday, and it will be a huge scope, okay? So we are starting right now. Get a cup of coffee, cup of beer, whatever you like, and let's start. So this is their offering, guys. So Let's Defend is now open to do the subscription for incident responder module, which is basically a $40 per month, and you are getting all of these features in this particular tool. You can apply for their early access, and even like in this tutorial, so we are going to give away 2 coupons for this incident responder module, so you can play around with it, and you can actually see what the hell is going on and how basically this is different from our previous one, which was our the security analyst one, okay? So we will check what is the difference between them. So I can take you to the console over here. So what is basically they are offering in this tool? So you see there is a I will cover part by part one over here. So the first thing what I would like to cover is the monitoring section, okay? So now if you see this monitoring section, and if you see I am logged in as incident responder module, okay? So now see, these cases are the cases that is actually mimicking whatever is there, if a SOC analyst handles a particular alert, and if there has been some work has been done by the L1 people, so this particular thing is doing that, okay? So if you see this particular thing, so there is an L1 note over here, okay? And so some kind of activity is happening. So this is the exact thing that you will see in any kind of SOC environment. Like if you are working on a SOC environment, and that is like some kind of structures are there, like L1 people, L2 people. So this is the exact thing, the guys, that is available in this particular tool. So you can open any of the tool, and by default you will get lot of these cases. So I'm not going to analyze any particular case today, but what exactly I want you to show, this is the action, okay? So if you just click this particular thing, so take the ownership of it, I can continue with that. And now if I take the ownership of it, it will go to this investigation channel, okay? So in this investigation channel, you will see those particular alerts which you have acknowledged and you are trying to work on those particular alerts. Okay, so now if I go back, so this is one particular thing. So I have done this particular thing in past in my previous episode. So if you want to explore the full security analyst view, so go check out that video, that is in the link section, and I'll leave in the I button as well. So now this is the particular alert. Okay, so now what is the step? It's pretty simple at this point of time. So you can create a case over here, but I have a case already logged in for this particular thing. So I'll go directly to the case management. Okay, so if you go to this case management section, you will see that there are already built-in playbooks. Okay, so the security analyst one was giving you the basic steps, okay, like whatever the L1 people actually should do. But this particular incident responder module will actually give you the one full depth of analysis and full depth of playbooks. Okay, so let's see what actually they are offering over here. So now if you see, this is one particular thing that we have, you know, just created. So this is one event ID and this is one case particular thing. So if you just open this particular thing, there will be, you know, a lot of playbooks option. You will see that do this, do that. And what I love actually about this tool, they are actually providing you the direct access to any of the endpoint, guys. So that is the special feature of being like working on an incident responder and like EDR solution and something like that. So you can practically log in to any of their box which is like suspicious box, and you can do your hands-on on that particular box and try to identify what the hell is going on. Okay, so now if we go back to this particular screen, so as you see, you will see that start playbook option. So now this is interesting. So you will see endpoint security. So this is a new feature, guys. So this feature was not available in their previous one, like the security analyst view. Okay, so this particular thing is only available in this particular section. So what you can actually do, you can go to this endpoint management section. So it will load up in a minute. So now if I go back to this particular thing, now you see this is a pre-prod. Okay, so the host name is pre-prod, and what is happening over here, so someone has done suspicious login. So you are getting the L1 notes to start off your investigation, what exactly you need to do over here. Okay, so your playbook says over here, so find the device in the alarm which is in the endpoint security, and if you have come to this endpoint security management section, you will see the all of the device that is listed over here, and you can create a terminal and you can log into that particular box. Okay, so let's do that now. Okay, so this is the endpoint security, guys, and as we see, this is our machine. Okay, so pre-prod is our machine, and if you see that by giving these details, okay, so you can see the process list, whatever the process that was running at this machine at the point of time when we have this particular incident created. You can see what is their MD hash, and you can, if you click the network connection, you will see all of the network connectivity that was originating from that particular machine. Okay, you can see the browser history, you can see the command history and all those stuffs. Okay, now if you see this particular sucker over here, this particular thing is already telling you that something is wrong in this, right? So it is trying to create some script, and it is trying to open a shell, reverse shell onto this particular machine. But as I told, I don't want to go and analyze any particular alert because that is out of the scope for this tutorial. But I want to explore the full depth why actually you you should invest in this particular platform, rather going on from certification course and spending like thousands of dollars. So this is worth, guys. So check out that. So now if you go to this particular connect section, so what this particular thing will do, this particular thing will actually open up a shell. Okay, open up a command like the way it is basically exact thing. Okay, guys, so it is basically give you the command window, give you the prompt where you can actually go and log in and actually create stuff. Okay, so we will see that in a minute. While our this connection is getting established, so what we can also do, we can go and check what is basically their playbooks are offering. So you can basically follow along, like so this alert, as you see this alert, they are telling that this alert is escalated from a tier 1 and tier 2 should actually investigate, and we are tier 2 over here, right? So if you go next, you can identify whether this is a true positive and false positive alarm, guys. So now in SOC there could be different kind of alerts that is coming to your way, and every alert that has been escalated by a L1 people is not a true positive, right? So being an L2, an incident responder, you have to identify whether the alert is true positive or not, right? So this is the particular option that these guys are giving you over here. So I know it's a true positive because we have seen the reverse shell attempt over here. Now if we go that, you will see that so this is the incident responder flow, and you just need to go one by one to like identifying what the hell is going on to this particular box. So identify the source of the IP, identify the source IP address used in this attack and all those stuffs. Okay, so now if you see that, so okay, so let me open up a new tab over here, and it will give me the exact web shell that I will be logging into this particular box. Okay, so now if I keep on going, so does the IP address belongs to any internal? So these are basically, guys, the part of the playbook. Okay, so what exactly you need to identify to analyze any particular alert for that matter. Okay, so these are the very basic steps that an L2 people has to take if there is an incident. Okay, so I hope this particular thing has been loaded. So there could be a a temporary issue. Now as you see, guys, so this is awesome, isn't it? So you see I am logged into the box now, and if I do a quick PWD over here, so you see I am logged in as like home analyst. Okay, so if I do a quick round up to their home directory and where I am now and who am I now, if I do who am I, you will see that I am an analyst now. And if I do quick ls minus lha, so you will see that there are a lot of things is happening over here. So this is the exact thing, guys, that is expected to be and logged into a box and identify. So if I show you, if I just want to go quickly to the var directory over here, there will be a directory called log, I believe. So if I go to the var, I'll go ls. Okay, so there is no log, but anyway, so you have to identify like that way. Okay, so let me go back one step. Let me clear up my screen, do a lha. Okay, where am I? Okay, so this is user and run dev tools home etc. So these are the basic directory that is present in any kind of Windows machine. Okay, so if I go to cd var once again, if I do a ls minus la, so you should see a log file, right? Yeah, so there is a folder. So now if I go to the log directory over here, if I do a ls, so you will see that there is an auth directory over here. So auth logs over here, it is coming, right? So this is our point of interest at this point of time, isn't it? So what we can do at this point of time, so just to analyze, because I do not want to explore anything over here. So but what exactly we can do, we can do a quick sudo, and we can do zcat, because that's a zip thing. So zcat, and then probably this particular auth log over here. And if we do, let's try to try to find out some SSH thing, because that was told in that. So now you see there are a lot of SSH is happening over here, and so this is the particular thing, guys. This is how actually you should investigate. Okay, so you see this is an IP address, and it looks like to be a external IP address, and they have tried to brute force this particular machine. And if we go back to our cases, you will see that L1 has notified that I found brute force attempt were made more than one IP address on the system. Okay, so now exactly the thing we are seeing in this particular thing, and we are seeing everything by logging into the box. Okay, so I don't think that any other platform gives you this kind of feature where you actually can follow what is like already built in playbook, and you can log into the infected box and you can do the analysis, guys. Okay, So now if I just go back to their playbook, and I know at this point of time, like this is an external IP address, this is an external check IP reputation. So okay, so let's assume that's malicious, but you have to do it. Okay, so in the real case you have to do it. So identify impacted system. Now how you can basically identify the impacted system? Okay, so you see there is a monitoring tab and there is a log management tab. If you open the log management tab over here, so this particular log management tab, it will give you the kind of a Kibana structure. It is not so much of powerful, like if you get what exactly you get in like any Kibana, Elasticstack, Splunk, Sumo Logic, all those like log analysis platform. It is not so much of powerful, but it will actually give you the breakdown of the log analysis portion. You can apply filter, you can apply source IP, destination IP, and all those stuffs. Okay, so now if we quickly go back to our log management section, you see this is the log search area over here, right? So now what we can do, probably at this point of time, we can search for that particular IP address that we have observed over here. So let me quickly copy this particular sucker over here, and I can search is as like source address, right? Because I want to see what are the other machines. So you see there are other attempts also, because this is not the IP address of my machine, right? So this is 25 machine, and if I go back, this is a 15 machine. Okay, so this is a different machine, guys. So what the hell is happening over here? So if I go to copy this particular thing, and if I go to the endpoint management once again, and if I load it over here, so I want to understand like what is this another machine is doing, because that is part of my playbook, and I have to answer that query to identify if there is any other machine that is also infected by this attack or not. Okay, so this is how actually a playbook should work, guys. Okay, so now if I go back over here and if I search it, you see this is a lab server machine. Okay, now if I go to the network connection, you will see that this particular 185 IP that we have observed, right, 203, right? If you go back, you will see it's like same CIDR notation IP address, but it's not exactly that one. But if you can log into that particular box as well. So you need to terminate this particular connection, and you can log into this particular box, to identify what the hell is going on to the other box, because that's part of your playbook. Okay, so now let's go back to our playbook. So impacted system, we have identified impacted system. Check the destination port. Yeah, that we already know, because there are a lot of destination ports are over here. So we can go back and we can keep on checking like what are the targets. So 3389, so they probably done a RDP, and you see this is blocked, so I assume there will be access like allowed. So you see this is allowed. So this is the exact framework, guys, where you can search your log. And again, I am telling you, this is not so much of powerful like if you can expect something like Kibana or something like that. So this is not so much of powerful, but this does work. Okay, so now we have done all this stuff, and has a critical system been affected? So how do you know? So this machine which is identified, it's a server machine, right? So if you go and log into this particular server, obviously you will see that there could be some kind of email exchange server, or there is some database, or there is some communication going on. So by that you can understand like criticality of the server. So my short feedback to Let's Defend people, that if we can enable something like tagging purpose, or like a CJ classification, the crown jewel classification, that will give the exact hint to the analyst people that hey, this machine is critical, this machine is critical or not. So currently we are abbreviating, and we are thinking like that, okay, this machine could be like critical, but it could not be also, like, so there has to be a identification in that area. Okay, so now if we go back to that area, has a critical system been affected? So we will see at yes, is any sensitive data as at risk? So how we can identify? So we can go log into this particular box, and we can analyze, and we can check what the hell is going on onto that other box. Okay, so that's all. So that's how you actually analyze a particular alert. Okay, so now let's go and let's explore what are the other features that these module is actually offering you. So I love this training section, guys. So this training section, they have a two training section, which is a incident responder on Windows and incident responder on Linux. Okay, so if I start continue on that, so they have a very deep dive session, guys. So you have to follow Black Pearl, you have to follow my channel for doing the technical stuff, but if you want to do the hands-on, if you want to check things, read things practically, and understand what the hell is going on and why I am talking about, what could be the reference of it, so I can suggest you go to this particular section, use their incident responder module and check out what are they are offering. And it is not by far only the theoretical session. Okay, so they have provided an option like hands-on practice, but how we can do that? You can log a live session on that. So what I can do, let me close this particular window and let me go back to the endpoint security, because I have to kill that particular session which I was running. But once I kill that particular session, I can log into another box over here, and that box can help me to identify and okay, so it's already connected, disconnected. So let me refresh this particular sucker once. Okay, so what we can do over here, so we can create a live connection like the way we have done it in the endpoint section, and you can practice and you can answer their queries. So whatever you are learning in that particular phase, you can check out that and you can understand what the hell is going on. Okay, so that's very fascinating for me. So you can check out that. If I go back to the back section and if I go back to their Linux particular section, because I am more interested to learn Linux stuff, so I will anyway follow what exactly they are talking about, and because it's always learning, guys. So I am learning, you are also learning, so it's a mutual understanding, right? So in security field, no one should ever stop learning. Okay, so now if you see that this is, they are providing the stuff with Remnex. So I have a huge amount of videos that I keep on talking about, like malware analysis, Linux forensics. Check out those episodes, I'll leave the link in the description. So you can read their documentation and you can actually understand what is the useful log files, how basically you can understand one attack pattern, what is your phase of doing investigation, what are the logs you need to look for. If you just remember what exactly we have logged on, we are working on an auth log, right? So there are access logs, there could be sys logs, so they are telling what exact different types of logs are telling you, right? So there are bash history. So now if you can follow along with these tutorials and these readings, there will be huge scope for you guys to understand incident response and the different kind of architecture, different kind of step, different kind of playbooks and all those areas, right? So what next, what else they are also offering? So anyway, as a new feature, so they are also offering like threat intelligence platform, which was, I believe, not there in the in the security analyst section. You can check out that. You can this is a threat intelligence data, you can search it over here. So you remember our IP address? Okay, so I don't remember that IP address. Probably I can try to search on some IP address, and the exact IP address that we were working on this particular case, we can check out that, and we can identify whether this particular, any of our particular IOC is malicious or not. So you don't need to go to the VirusTotal, Abuse IPDB, IP Void, to any of the tool. They have a built-in threat intel, guys. So what else you need? Okay, so this is a awesome thing. And additionally, you can get a huge amount of cases, like you can access their academy, you can access their DFIR cases. There are a lot of cases. So these are kind of a CTF kind of cases. There are also malicious things, malicious analysis, malware analysis stuff is going on. You can check out their tutorials also. They have videos, they have other training modules that you can cover on, and there are a lot of things that these guys are providing. So main feature what incident responder module is having, so they are basically giving you the option to work on a particular case from a L2 perspective. Okay, so this is not an L1 job, guys. So L1 job has been covered in the security analyst, but some features like $40, is it worth, is it not worth? So I want you guys to check out, use my coupons what I will be giving away to this particular episode. Use this coupon and comment and let me know, and let's defend also know that whether this is worth of investing $40 in 1 month to understand how basically things are happening. Okay, so I encourage you to go and register to their portal, use this feature and understand, and basically try your hands on stuff, guys, because those days are gone where actually you will get only the theoretical knowledge and you don't need anything like as like working on practical and all those stuff, because today is the day where actually you should learn things in practically. Okay, so before even like creating your resumes and all those stuffs. Okay, so yeah, so that's all from this particular episode. So I hope you have actually learned why actually you should invest money on these kind of platforms like Let's Defend and BTLO and all those stuffs. And rate of interest and rate of investment is right, return on investment is very important, right? So you should not invest like thousands of dollars on a certification course which is not worth of like, you know, so much of money and so much of time. Rather you can do hands-on on these kind of platforms. Okay, so yeah, that's all. And before even leaving, please also don't forget to you know, participate in the giveaway. So there are a lot of giveaways we'll be running, and I will be announcing the giveaway in the LinkedIn in the next week and Friday. So this is Black Pearl gift for you guys, and a huge thank you for Let's Defend team for allowing me to do this session for you guys, and they have given me the coupon to give you the giveaways. And again, thank you Josh for giving me the BTLO coupon so that I am giving you guys also. So, okay, so participate in the giveaway that I have mentioned in the very first while starting in the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. And don't even forget to subscribe Black Pearl so that you can get all these giveaway options and all these good information is coming up. Okay, so I'll catch you guys next time. Stay healthy, stay safe.